just the same volume, and by that I mean max.
Yep, that's definitely how it worked out with Gmod. Anyway, hello and welcome to the Mega Monster Cast, where today we are talking about Ultraman Orb Episode 5. This is our first recording post-Glizzy stream, so
Close Gliz, baby.
this will...
Someone's got a glizz hangover.
Yep, we're all feeling a little bit weird. Josh had 11 hot dogs in one day, and
And
we're gonna
then
see.
rinsed and repeated this morning.
Oh, God.
I'm 13 dogs deep in a 24-hour period. Fuck
Yeah, all right, fair enough. That just...
I love how you just skip over my number in the Deadpool, but fine.
Yep.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said.
I love how you skip over my number in the Deadpool. I had 12. You stopped at 11 yesterday. You start with 13 today. I didn't get it. I just didn't get it.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck your number.
Yep.
Anyway, today we're talking about episode 5 of Ultraman Orb.
Yeah.
I think this is our introduction to Hurricane Slash, if I'm remembering right.
Yes.
Which I have
Third
thoughts
form.
on. Yep. You gotta have 3 at least. You gotta have 3, unless you're Blazar, and then you have 2, but they're both really, really fucking good.
Why can't he like mix and match?
So that's a fun side note. You will later on, if we watch this series, he has a different form that uses the Ultraman Zero card too
Well, he used
What?
Zero
for
in
this
this
one.
episode.
Yep, but there's a different form that also uses the Zero card.
Oh, okay. So
So
he can, in some respects, do it.
yeah, it's...
Okay.
And like the actual toy where you have like the ring and the scanner thing, you can mix and match to a certain extent and get different forms too. Like I think he has like 20 forms, but you only see like...
Sure.
Off the top of my head, I can think of like 6 maybe. 6 or
Okay, so
7.
we're not done. So it's not. He doesn't get just 3. We might get a
Oh no,
few more.
you get 2 more forms in this show alone. Then you
Hell
get another
yeah.
form. You get another 2 in the movie, and 1 more form in one of the miniseries. Actually, 2 more forms.
Sweet.
1 in one miniseries, 1 in another. Because he has
I'm here
too
for
many
it.
miniseries.
Yeah, he fucking does.
Yep. Josh knows that firsthand.
I'm saying I think that this strikes the right tone that it's gonna capture a wide audience. So
Oh yeah.
I can see it having many continuations. I'm enjoying it for that reason.
He's hypothetically one of the most popular ultras from like
I buy it.
like the 2010s onward. But yeah, so episode begins with the recap from the last episode, and then we get Guy finding a doll in a playground, and he's real contemplative as he looks at it, and he remembers his friend that we see in the flashbacks all the time.
We get the theme music. It's
Yep.
Dad Hulk music, as I've been recently informed.
I will say
It,
this: I don't think there's any like bad opening sequences that we've had so far.
oh yeah.
Now, I'm sure we'll eventually get one, but like right now, I think we've been on like a good like, even if it's not amazing, it's not bad. And I think this is like technically the weakest opener we've had for the shows we've watched so far, but like it's still okay.
Yeah,
I
I
give you
want to know
that.
more. I'm eager to know more about the flashback fight and all that setup. So not yet, but we'll
Hmm.
get there.
Yep. Um, so then we find Naomi at her other new job. Yep.
I'm
Yep.
I was right. I'm
Yep.
telling you, this is a gag.
Yep. You know, it's 100. Like, her gag is that she has a new job every episode to try to
And
support the others.
she always runs off of her job when she
Yep.
gets called because and gets fired as a consequence of it. I'm telling, I
Yep.
knew it. I
Yep.
love this.
Yep. So this time she's a construction worker.
I want to believe that the restaurant just is restructuring right now.
Yep. She's
She
working
got
in the
laid off.
she's working in the construction department part of the restaurant. It's like a
She's
fucking
doing the
Yeah.
whole
IKEA.
fucking store set.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep. But she's
The
working at her
pain
job.
and
She gets a call
The pain.
from a high school girl who's like, "Hey, there's an alien. It's real scary. I need you guys to help me." And Naomi's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna fucking bail on my job real quick,
Off of
and
this random call.
yep, we're gonna go help you out." So she like calls the guys. She calls Jeddah, and Jeddah's voicemail I think is talking about how he's probably in Malibu because they get brought.
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
what the.
Well, it gets brought up later.
I mean, yeah.
Yep. And then she calls Shin, and
He
Shin's
says I'm probably cruising in Malibu right now.
yep, yep. Then she calls Shin, and Shin is woken up by his phone vibrating. And instead of picking up the phone, he immediately starts working on an invention because he's had a brain
Ah,
blast.
how to
I
turn off vibration on phone.
Yep.
that is such a tired trope. The oh, just go to sleep and you'll come up with the solution in your dreams. Like oh.
Well, I mean,
That's how the
hy-
Glizzy stream got started.
Our
hy-
greatest invention.
hypothetically, this is if Shin's invention works this time, this is the most earth-shattering invention he has made because
He
this is a
makes a
machine.
z- he makes a xenomorph nest out of it though. It's crazy.
It hypothetically, this thing not only predicts the future, forecasts it, and might cause it.
It's Westworld.
Yep.
This is
Dun,
season 3.
dun.
Like, come on. Come on.
Yep. It's that, but played for laughs.
Yeah. It's,
Just like,
I'm just now I'm imagining they get to the end of season 3 and it's just Finn with a computer inside the ball. It's just like
yep. Hey guys. Just the most off-putting way to end that season. Like, hey guys, I'm working on this. Do you know where Orb is?
Orb.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
But no.
That
So
would
then,
be the weirdest crossover in history. I don't
dude,
know if you could come up with a weirder one than that.
I'd love that so much.
I would never watch anything else.
Yep. So Naomi goes to the building. She like goes down into the basement with the girl. Obvious trap.
We're just
Like,
not gonna talk about the fact that they're just like, "Hey, random person, I found you. Are you this person who called me? Yes, let's
yep,
go."
yep. I mean, she's the only one there.
Yes.
There can only be one
Yeah.
person at that building if there's an alien there.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So she goes into the basement, and we see our monster a little bit. And
We see that it's big,
yep. And then
basically.
We
the
we already know who it is, though.
oh, dude, it's so like I love this design too, and like it's a
It's such a good
callback.
Zeton.
Oh, and it's like a callback to the fact that like the first monster we technically see Orb fight is Zeton, and now here's a new Zeton for him to fight. Because he fights
Hmm.
a Zeton in his flashbacks. Like that's
Oh,
the
is
monster
that
he's
okay?
fighting. Yep. So this is a
Interesting.
variant of that, which I kind of like is like setting up the next arc for him that like our setup for him initially is we see him fighting this Zeton. He's just finished collecting like all the cards. Juggler's finished getting all of his cards. And now we're setting up this next arc by having Orb fight another Zeton.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What was the name of this one? The
The
Hyper Zeton Death
Hyper.
Scythe.
yep.
Yes.
Oh, it's so cool. I fucking love this thing's design.
It's pretty neat.
Yep.
I gotta say I hate the little minion guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What?
Well,
No.
so turns out
He
that
he has no snoot.
But he
I
has a dangly thing that you can bloop.
yep.
I would no, absolutely not.
Are
So
we gonna
turns
have a
out
little dangly bloop?
so turns out
Check out
girl is
next
the
month's
alien.
stream.
Yep. Yep. Turns out girl is the alien. She's lured Naomi there so that she can be bait to draw Guy in. And Naomi tries to run off and just slams face first into a pipe and knocks herself out.
Yeah, she literally
Boom.
defeated herself.
Yep.
You got away. Yeah, almost made it.
Yep. No, literally just turns, sprints, bam, laser
Out.
salt
Okay.
out.
Now, as someone who has ran into things for most of their life, she wouldn't have knocked herself out.
It would have hurt like hell though.
Hmm
100%.
Not and especially because you and I both know how firm those conduits are. They're stout, but they would have given if you were to hit them with enough force to knock yourself out.
Yeah. I've hit myself in the face with a baseball I hit.
All right.
I was fine
Yeah.
after
Okay.
a second.
You need some recovery time for sure.
No. I was wide awake after a second.
So we cut over to HQ. Guy is shown up there, and when we go inside, we find out that Jeddah was dreaming about Malibu while he was like taking his nap, and that's our tie-in to his fucking voicemail. Which does that imply that he always dreams about Malibu, and this is just like his joke?
Well, he calls them Malibu dreams, right?
Hmm
So like I feel like they're a class of dreams. Like
But
maybe he doesn't always have Malibu dreams.
but this is like a regularly recurring thing. Like sometimes they're like Honolulu dreams. Sometimes they're like,
Yeah, and he might change his voicemail.
hmm
I, we don't know how dedicated he is to this bit.
I, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like
Super dedicated.
I think he changes like he'll have like he's gonna have Malibu dreams for like a month and a half, and then like when he starts having like Honolulu dreams, he goes and he changes his voicemail to say that instead, and he keeps updating it whenever he switches locations in his dreams.
I mean, I'm with you on that. I really am. But counterpoint though, he does have a Malibu pillow,
He has a bunch of them. They're just
so
they're just
he's
everywhere.
got a stack.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. When he switches over to like a new like dream, he swaps out the pillow. He's like, "Oh, this doesn't work anymore. All right, here you go."
I like it. I like
Well,
that idea of him. I like thinking of him as a dreamer. That's
Yep.
good.
I
That's
just
good.
like to think that he's an alcoholic and he only drinks alcohol that has names based on a location.
Jesus. Yep.
And that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. He's just blacked out. He blacks out on Malibu, and that's why he has Malibu dreams.
Yes.
Yep.
Aren't they kids?
I'm pretty. They have to be in their like 20s because it's.
Yeah, they have to pay the bills and
Yep.
everything. So
Yep.
yeah,
And like,
that's right.
don't get me wrong. There's got to be a huge age gap between Naomi and Guy, but like, they're still setting her up as kind of like his love interest.
I have
think
And
that
no
there's like
idea. I have no
1,000
idea how
years at
old Guy would
least.
be. I mean, well,
I'm
yeah, not they're doing that bit, but
yeah, he's got to be a lot older than her. That's all I'm gonna say.
let's just be fair that it's really great that it's not a teenage girl
Mhm.
body and 1,000-year-old being. You know, that trope doesn't need to happen anywhere.
Yep.
Not saying anything specific.
Yep. So, this is where we find out that Shin has made a device that somehow controls the future. Not gonna get into that too much. Just it's a thing.
Huge.
It's literally just a side piece.
Yep.
But I swear, because of like the tubing and everything, it reeked of xenomorph energy for me.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
in the walls.
No. Again, this
Where are
is
they getting all the power?
again. My headcanon is that at a certain point of time, they have started like plugging shit into their neighbors' homes. Like
He's
they're like
just
plugging.
siphoning energy.
Yep. They're siphoning
Well,
off of like everyone around them.
like Shin doesn't know any better. He's
Yep.
just like, oh yeah, there's a transformer up there. I can plug into that.
Yep. No, he's
I
He's
don't
just
need to
doing
call
like
anybody. I can do it.
he's just
just doing what
100%
everybody did in the 90s and stealing cable.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. He's just bypassing so he can get the energy he wants because like his inventions are that important.
hmm
But yeah.
But to
And
be
then
fair, if they do what he says they do, and so
Oh,
far they've done what he says they do,
yeah, no, he's
they are important then.
yeah. Hypothetically, he controls reality itself at this point with this invention.
What is he do? Okay, let's see how he. This isn't gonna be here next episode. I
No,
know it.
no, this doesn't matter at all. Somehow, the most important thing that's ever been made, just a throwaway gag.
Okay, so while you guys were doing that, I looked up the ages.
Hmm.
So
Oh
she's
no.
23,
Yep. Okay.
and he's
Okay.
several thousand years old.
Yeah. I was pretty sure. I was pretty sure he was at least 3,000 years old.
Remember
I was
that
like,
trope? It's right there.
yep. I was like pretty sure Guy was like at least 1,000 years old.
Yeah. Based on all that we've been told in our spoiler casting.
I was hoping maybe a couple hundred, but fuck.
No, he's like real fuck. Like, I can think of Ultras older than him and younger than him. Sadly, he's still on the young side for Ultras, but
They're eternal beings.
dude, I can think of some that are like well over 100,000 years old.
There wouldn't even be people here yet.
Well, no, it's because they're aliens.
Yeah, they travel to place with where other people
Then
live.
why would they look like people?
No, sometimes they just look like silver-skinned giants, and then they have to
Yeah.
bond with a human.
Yeah, they forcefully take over their body, like a xenomorph.
That's only happened
Great.
a few
Now
times.
you made it weird.
That's only happened a few times. That's only happened in literally the original Ultraman.
The
Yeah,
fact
where
that
he
it happened
killed
a few
6
times
fucking
is not good.
bodies.
No, that's in Nexus. Nexus is dark as fuck. So many people die because they're an Ultra host in that. Anyway, let's keep moving.
What?
So, yeah, no, that show fucking
Ah!
slaps. That show slaps, but that is a super dark one. So anyway, we're moving on. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Guy shows up and he wants to fix this doll that he found. That he found this doll. The arm is like messed up, so he wants to get a sewing kit to fix it. And like we spend a lot of time talking about how this doll was like clearly homemade. It's probably really important to the little girl that found it. And they're gonna like put up posters and like make web posts and stuff to like see if they can find the little girl and return the doll to her. It's like
Yeah.
kind of like super wholesome and I really appreciate it.
And we're already done talking about the future machine.
Oh yeah, no, the future machine no longer matters. Nope, it's just gone. At this
Hell.
point it's just taking up space. It's a set piece.
That was one hell of a prop, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Okay, we guess we're done.
It's the biggest red herring.
Yep. And it's after they've decided to do all this, they're like, hey, you know what? This doll reminds me of Naomi because she's also a girl. Which is, they don't say
Do
that,
they
but that's
only
the
know
logic.
one girl?
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that's totally how that comes off.
Yeah. Like it's, oh hey, this is a doll. You know what?
I
Our
kind of
boss is a
looked at it.
doll.
Yeah, I kind of looked at it and went, I don't really see the resemblance per se. It's not the same hairdo, for
Nope.
for instance.
Same like human shape, same
Yeah.
like long hair.
No, they're
Oh,
just,
2 arms, 2 legs.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
I've
this
seen
thing's
one
a
of
girl.
those.
This thing's a girl.
This one has
it's
a
not
snoot,
like
but this
us.
one doesn't.
Son of a bitch.
Different.
Yeah, but that's
It's
when
true.
they finally decide to check these multiple voicemails that she's left them. And they find out that she's going off to like help this high school girl, and then they hear her knock herself out in another voicemail.
Yeah.
No, it's, I love these guys, but like real talk after this, Naomi should have like a serious conversation with them about how she's not being appreciated enough. like she's the one that pays their bills, they ignore her phone calls. She doesn't know that they spent an entire like 5 minutes talking about a doll, and the doll being a girl reminded them that she exists, but this is like they need to talk, like she has to talk to them.
So bad too because
Guy needs to fucking speak up.
Yep.
the doll literally does remind him to check his phone.
Yep. because yeah,
Wait, she does exist. Hold on.
yeah.
Now,
Wait.
okay, now to be fair, I don't check my phone like ever.
Yeah, but like if it was like you look down, you see like a toy and you're like, "Oh, hey, that's a girl. I should really check to see if my mom called me." I haven't like talked to her in hours and something super important was happening.
Oh shit, that reminds me. I gotta call my mom.
Yep, yep, yep. But yeah,
Call
that's
your
when
mom.
they find out about that, and then we cut to Naomi in the basement. The aliens tied her up. It's like, hey, so like, the more you struggle, the better for me, because then he'll hear you. So immediately she just stops moving at all. She's like, okay, well, no.
And just exposes himself to her.
Yep, yep,
Very uncomfortable skirt
strips.
dropping scene.
Yep, strips, gets in a different set of clothes.
At
Yep.
least we don't have to see man shins anymore. I don't understand why only the head transformed when
And
the reveal was
arms.
made.
hmm
I guess the arms did too, because the hands did.
Well, you can't transform your legs until you're wearing something appropriate for your legs to transform in.
Yeah. If you're wearing a skirt like that, are you gonna expose your alien legs or human legs?
Hard decisions.
Yep. But then
Hmm.
guy
So
shows
you
up.
admit you're an alien.
Guy shows up. He's playing his song, and then he had
You
like,
can't see my shins.
and then he does like the whole like, I know I've been warned, but like, I'm the kind of badass that ignores warnings.
Yeah, great one-liner.
Yep. The alien. To be fair, he earns it because when that alien fires the blaster at him and misses, he
Fucking
just dives, throws a gear at this thing, and knocks it down.
Threw that thing
uh,
hard.
Oh yeah. God,
They get blindsided by the big one though.
hmm yeah, no, it's by the way, side note, I love that like they have to run. Naomi stops, remembers that she's not wearing her shoes, like stops to put them on, then turns around to start taking pictures of the monster.
I think she only gets one on as well.
Yep. No, it's literally one shoe.
She does get saved by Guy, and Guy takes the blast literally full
to
force.
the
Like,
face.
Yep.
are, at this point, if she's not questioning his humanness, she's not much of an investigator.
Yep. Headcanon for me
She
is
saw it.
headcanon for me is at this point she is aware that he cannot possibly be human, but she also thinks he's hot, so she's going to ignore that.
You might be an alien, but you're pretty.
You're
But
real.
obviously, we've seen her take so much head damage. I think she doesn't know.
That's also a valid possibility, sadly.
I don't like that. That's a possibility.
Yep.
That's awful.
So, then we get the Zeton, the hyper Zeton death scythe breaks out of the building. And
He
Yeah.
does have impressive scythes.
dude, I love this thing's design. I think it looks really intimidating. And like some of the stuff it does this episode is really cool.
Yeah, very Geigen like scythe.
I'm not going to disagree, but I'm going to say a little bit sharper looking.
Definitely sharper.
But yeah, then Guy turns into Orb, Spacium's Superior, and we get the initial fight, which I like that during this fight, like he does like what one attack, he makes like the slasher, he throws it, it doesn't work. He's like, well, all right, this guy knows exactly what I can do. Time for me to transform into this new form without like any fanfare whatsoever.
Yep.
Tries one thing,
Yep.
one
But
time.
God, do I love it when Ultraman Jack goes, Jack!
Yep.
So fucking bad. I love it.
I think you
So-
mean it was fantastic.
It was so fucking bad.
So, I will say I I think I like the overall suit more than Burn Might, but I don't like the utility as much as Burn Might. Like I think Burn Might's power set is cooler, but I
Hell yeah,
like
it is.
the body part more in this one.
Oh man, give me my mutton horns any day.
Yep.
I don't know. I like this guy more than Burn Might.
My biggest problem is like, okay, so for like Zero, who is half of the basis for this, he has like the two blades on his head called sluggers, and they like physically come
Oh,
off so he can fight with them. And this version just makes energy ones, which I think are less cool.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if they were actually coming off, and I realized they weren't.
Yeah. No, that's I think that was a thing they made a decision with for like the shows going forward, because as far as I can think of right now, they never make like the sluggers, the blades attached to heads come off anymore. They always like just project energy at this point.
Hmm.
So this is like the first time they do that, which it's not bad, but I think it's cooler when like they're actually like physical ones instead of energy ones.
Yeah, that probably would have been cooler.
Hmm. Yeah, so then we get Hurricane Slash. I do like every time like he punches or kicks, there's like this energy crescent that comes off of his
mm-hmm.
body.
Yeah, it's very Guile-esque.
Hmm. And we get two named attacks this episode, which I know you're a fan of, Alex. And one of them has the word Big Bang in it.
I mean, sometimes it's
Yeah.
cool. I think I think that they weren't being very inventive in Kaiju number 8.
That's fair.
They were being super, super inventive in Kaiju number 8.
I forgot his name, but he could do more than slash.
Yeah.
He has
Cuts.
swords. His swords only can slash.
So we get our
They're
fight. We get he can also make a slugger lance. How do you guys think about this weapon? Because this is the first like weapon that we
the
get for
trident.
Orb. Yep.
The fucking bullshit. It's not a lance. It's a trident.
Yep.
It was very much a trident.
Yep.
Uh, it was also a shotgun.
Kind of, yes. It does have a little pump thing you can work, which Josh, we have already had in Blazar. There's a sword where you pull on a thing like this.
You just starting up your chainsaw.
Kind of, yeah.
Yep.
So
But
like,
nothing moves on it besides the little orb in it.
yep. But now for this, we've got a thing where you pull down like a little lever, and then you push a button.
Yeah, but
It's a
with the
fucking bop it.
Yep.
with the
It is a
Big
bop it.
Bang thrust, it was he gave it 2 pumps like a water gun, and then set off the button.
Yep. Dude, that's gonna
How
be
is there how is there not going to be any collateral damage from that? That was a huge explosion.
because it's badass as fuck. That's why. No, I
Also, I think we forgot to mention that the Zeton, right?
mhm.
He had a pretty neat teleportation
Yep.
power.
I was gonna mention he does, but we're also shown Orb can also just teleport now. Because he does his own teleportation thing too at one point.
He's just
So,
got that fucking Goku power. Just he sees something, he can just do it.
yep. Oh, also, I forgot to
So
mention.
go ahead.
So like each time he transforms into a form, he has like a line he says after he
Right.
transforms into it. For this one, his line is, one second, where did I write that? I cut down darkness faster than light.
That's pretty fucking fast.
Yeah. It's fast as fuck considering he is made of light, sort of, maybe. Yep. Yeah, no. So we get like 2 energy attacks from him that are named though. We also get the Orb Lance shoot, which is when he pulls it once, pushes the button, and he just shoots a ray out of the front of the Lancer thing.
Which can also act as a beam struggle.
Yep. Got a beam
Mm.
struggle too. It's pretty great. Although it's not so much a beam struggle as a bunch of fireballs being fired at an energy beam.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we get the explosion, and then we get the cool fight this episode. Because I'm gonna be honest, like I like the Hyper Zeton. I liked this fight, but I actually liked Guy just beating the shit out of this alien more.
Why did he like? We didn't get a color timer this episode for one.
Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't need it because he's fucking cool.
yeah, he's fast.
Step on him.
He's faster than light.
Step on the little jackass.
No, no, we got to have him like have like a cool fight with like 80s background music as he's fighting. Like it really does feel like they decided they wanted like an 80s just like cool ass action scene between 2 guys fighting each other in this as like the last part of the fight. And
Well,
I
they did
appreciate
it.
that. Yep.
It's pretty good.
Yep. We also find out why this alien shows up, which he just wanted street cred.
So
Yeah, there's no like good reason other than hey, I'm gonna go kill an Ultraman.
I chose
Such
the
a
wrong
silly
fucking one.
reason.
I mean, it's better than other reasons I've seen in these shows.
Oh, Power would think that was silly.
Oh, dude, yeah. God, I can't wait to get to that one too. But no, so then Naomi and the guys show up after Orb's beating the shit out of this alien, and guy's gonna walk off, and she's like, hey, so like this is like important stuff. You should probably care about this. He's like, well, it's not important to me. Well, it's kind of important to everyone because you live on Earth. If
For now.
Yep, if shit's happening on Earth and you live here, you probably should think it's important.
He don't give a fuck until she says, "I can cook for you."
Yep.
My tragic backstory can wait.
Oh, you're gonna make me food. All right, cool. Let's go do that. And then
The greatest character ever.
we're glossing over the fact that Uncle shows up just to see the foam that the alien has turned into, and that's his big contribution for the episode. Hey, where's the alien? What's this foam on the ground?
He got so wasted this episode.
Yep.
We're also missing the fact that she, after seeing him turn into foam, she's just like, "My mother raised me to never leave a mess.
Yep.
This is important to me."
That was the hardest line to swallow. I swear to
like,
God,
what?
I was like, it was so cringe. I was like looking away from the screen, and like, oh,
Yep.
this is some George Lucas lines right here.
I can't run.
I hate sand. It's
And
coarse.
I hate foam.
It's everywhere.
So then
also, Guy literally just goes to Uncle like, "Hey, look over there," and he like,
Yep.
They just fuck with him this episode, and that's all.
Yep. He has no contributions other than show up, be messed with. Hey, what's that?
And also the team literally after seeing an alien for the first time and seeing it turn to foam, and after all of this, after watching Guy fight it, or I guess they didn't see him fight it,
No.
but they just basically go, oh, "Okay, let's go eat."
Yep.
Like,
yay!
no, again, we're just dropping it.
Okay, see, here's the thing. I feel like Shin 100% would be fine with that. I feel like Jeddah would have had a full-blown crisis of identity after
Yes.
seeing this.
Yes. Like
Shin
he would have
wouldn't
pulled a full Mueller from X-Files. Like, are you seeing this shit?
Yep, Shin wouldn't have cared at all. Jeddah would have been like, okay, so like, you know how I talked about how Guy is clearly Orb, and like
Pin in that.
we just
Pin in
saw
that.
him kill an alien.
There's
Yep.
an alien here.
Yep.
Are we not gonna talk about this?
So there
Hell
was an
no.
alien, and this guy who I keep saying, who I said was Ultraman, just killed him in front of us. And we're not gonna just, first of all, the alien. Second of all, this guy, like, do you guys see the pattern here?
Am I the only one seeing this?
Just go back to the future machine and ask, do we know who the fuck Orb is?
No, that doesn't
Yeah,
exist
right.
anymore. That
You'd
already
think he'd
stopped
ask it.
existing. It stopped
Yeah, I
existing the
think.
second they left.
Yeah, I think when they show shots inside the apartment, I think it's gone. No, it's still there.
It's still there.
Yep. No, but it no longer matters. It's just there to take space now.
It's literally a prop for the guys to be over there tankering so that they're still in the shot.
Yep. But yeah, so then Naomi gives gives Guy mushroom soup, and it reminds
Which looked
him.
really good, actually.
Yep, it reminds him of his old friend. Um, I think.
Tragic backstory.
Well, so I think this is also something she says. I want to say in a throwaway line that it was like a recipe from her mom.
Oh my god, that's her dad.
Yep. That old white lady is her dad. Yes.
No, I'm talking about Guy.
Yeah, she's talking
Oh,
about
that'd be
guy.
so fucked
Like,
up.
oh shit.
I've come back to
Oh
see
wait,
how
it
this is
is a
going.
George Lucas movie.
Yeah. Yep. No, and then he notices a Russian nesting doll on her shelves because we've ignored the fact.
Unprompted.
Well,
This next part is so weird.
no, first of
He
all, it
was
kind of
Russian.
isn't unprompted because I have been like specifically going out of my way to avoid saying this. The woman in his flashback is wearing like somewhat more traditional Russian clothes. She's supposed to be Russian.
Ah.
Yeah,
L'Chaim.
yeah. So
No.
not the
No.
same thing. No.
No.
But yeah, so like it kind of makes sense that like he's thinking about his old Russian friend and he sees this Russian nesting doll.
Okay. All
Because
right, I'll let it slide.
this isn't like a huge spoiler. We find out later on that his friend's name was Natasha.
That could have been
Romanov?
established for the rest of us.
It's established later. I'm just saying it now. Like you get more in
That would
the
have been a
film.
dead giveaway.
Yeah,
This would have made this scene make so much more sense. I'm just sitting here going like, why the fuck does he care so much about these
yeah.
Russian nesting dolls?
But yeah, then he like opens
Because
it
he's
up.
space Russian.
Yes. No. Then he opens it up, and Naomi's like, yeah, it's like you know. Each time you open it up, you see like this different aspect, and they're all within each other. And Guy's like, yeah, but if you open the last one, it's hollow inside, and there's nothing in there. And she's like, well, yeah, you're not supposed to open the last one. Don't open that one. That's got that's like Pandora's box. That's only evil inside. Don't open that shit.
That's like your
That
emotions. You just keep that one bottled and you shove it real deep and
Yeah,
below.
yeah. We're not going to talk about that. That's the reason why you can't transform into an Ultraman on your own anymore. Yeah. And then the little girl shows up because she's here to get her doll.
And
And they have this like
then we get a
they
Spy
make a
Family reference, and she goes, Anna.
a Spy
uh,
Family reference almost a full decade before Spy Family.
Exactly.
uh, they do draw attention to the fact she's like, "Are you here alone? You need to go home."
Get the fuck out of here. Don't touch my future machine.
This thing will control reality someday. You can't get near this shit. We can't let a child become God.
You've got
Oh,
radiation poisoning now.
You're gonna
that
die.
power is reserved for only us.
This thing is secretly run on plutonium. Yeah.
Some
He's really
plutonium.
terrifying.
Also, this episode ends on Guy officially joining up with the something search people. He's now a member.
Is that how you took "I'll stay a few days"?
Yes, no, he's just a member now. It's like with Uncle. Uncle started off hating them, and within like 2 episodes, he was just a member of the team. And now Guy is gonna live with them, and he's just gonna be a member of the team.
Yeah, now they have to
And
rename it Guys as something Search Peoples.
Yep.
because he'll clearly become the leader, except for he's literally gonna disappear every encounter.
Yeah.
Like every
Like, oh,
other Ultraman.
Yeah. And they'll never figure it out.
I have to go to the
Even though
bathroom.
they
Oh, okay.
transfer right in front of them.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah. I enjoy this as like a transition episode where it's shifting from the last arc, which was all about like Guy and Juggler getting their cards, to the start of a new arc for the story. Because this is
Yeah,
like,
'cause we got no new cards this time.
yep, it's I mean, we've kind of hit the point where we're not really gonna get a whole lot of new cards. Like we're kind of locked in on these are sort of what he has going forward for a little bit. He does eventually get some new cards, but
Mm.
like we've set up what his forms are for the time being, and we've set up that Juggler has like some further motive, but it's going to be like a on the back burner thing for right now. Like other things are going to pop up that Guy needs to deal with before Juggler becomes the central focus again as the villain.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Um any thoughts you guys want to talk about before we end this thing?
It was good. I enjoyed it as well. Like you said, it was a good transition.
Hmm. Yep. So tune in next time
Pretty much.
for the next episode where we see what our next arc is really going to be about.
The plot thickens.
Yeah,
Like the soup he ate.
I do kind of
God,
want that
I'm
soup.
hungry again.
Anyway, later.
Why?